Okay, we're leaving the Red Ridge Mountains. It was nice knowing you guys. I had a lot of unfortunate memories made there, but we're going to head on over to Duskwood. Welcome back to our playthrough of World of Warcraft on our human paladin, Elyazar. It's been a while for me since I've recorded last, so I got a few updates. Some of the stuff has changed on this character, but we'll talk about that through the episode probably. Uh-oh. This does not look good. Bloodthirsty ghoul. I mean, I guess if they're dead, that's okay, but... I don't know, Duskwood's supposed to be spooky. So what are we doing? We have a hero's call. Elyazar, the citizens of Duskwood are in dire need of your assistance. I have here a letter from Commander Aaand, leader of the Night Watch, pleading for your help. Or for help. Not our help, but that's what they'll get. To reach Darkshire, you should travel across the bridge located there. Once you cross the bridge, you'll be in Duskwood. Then you just follow the road to Duskshire. Beware of the savage beasts that stalk the countryside. Okay, that's what we're doing. I'm guessing it's these dire wolves that they're talking about. So, yeah. I hope everybody had a good holiday season. One of the things I'm noticing is that... Oh, it got really dark. The time at which I record these episodes, I had recorded a lot in advance, so I was, let's see, we don't have alchemy or engineer, so I won't pick up any of those. I'd recorded a lot of episodes ahead of time, so I think even after Christmas and the holidays, I was referencing stuff that was in-game Christmas. So currently you guys can see, as of recording this, Feast of Wintervale has ended, so it's actually the 5th of January. We have the Darkmoon Fair going on currently, but I think I might check that out next month on this character. I did a little bit of stuff for the Feast of Wintervale. Mainly just went up here to Dunmoreau and traveled and got some of these flight paths. No questing, but just went through and did some of those, did some learning, but tried to keep it pretty minimal, anything I did on the Paladin. So obviously we had the holidays, so I was pretty busy with that. And then I actually ended up getting COVID during the holidays, so right after New Year's, I was, well, a little bit before New Year's, but pretty much right after Christmas for us, my voice went really bad. I got a really bad sore throat, so I wasn't actually recording anything. So I probably sound a little bit different, and that's just our reason why. So I think we're in Darkshire, so... Let's go ahead and see. So mainly between, I don't remember what I did on camera and between other episodes, but just as an update, I've kind of changed the UI a little bit, updated that in the edit mode, and then cleaned up some of my bags. We also went to Stormwind, and I ended up getting the blacksmithing. So I have blacksmithing and mining on this. I don't remember if I had that last episode, but that's kind of our update. Okay, so let's talk to Commander Althea. Let's see, we should probably decide on how we're going to say her name. Commander Althea Ebenlock. I like this. Ebenlock, that sounds cool.
What can I do for you?
Are you the help that we requested? I suppose you'll have to do. I mean, I look somewhat heroic, right? Do I look that bad? I mean, this guy's a lot higher level warlock. I'm sure you guys could use him, but I think you're probably saying the same thing.
See you around.
Wolves at our heels. The dire wolves are the most common threat to the townsfolk here. They lurk in the forests on all sides of us, though most are along the north bank of the river. These aren't the runt dogs you see in Elwyn, or wherever you come from. They're big as a man and twice as vicious. If you wish to assist the people of Darkshire, hunt the dire wolves so our streets can be safer.
Have a good one.
Okay, doesn't look like there's any quests inside the town hall. We'll check it out. Oh, we got the historian here. An ambassador. We got the mayor, Lord Elo Ebenlock. Okay, so they're actually related, it looks like. The mayor and this guard captain, leader of the Night Watch, Ebenlock. Let's go ahead and actually set our hearthstone here, just so we have a faster way.
Farewell.
Oh, we actually have a quest from the chef.
Well met.
Hello, hello. Welcome to my kitchen, sir. This is where all the Scarlet Raven Tavern's finest delicacies are made. Ah, just smell the wonderful aroma. I can't smell anything currently, I'm still a little sick, but yeah, this doesn't look good. You have flies flying around it. Seasoned wolf kebabs. Seasoned wolf kebabs are a house favorite. Sure, I can make you some. But first, I'll need the supplies. Bring me 5 wolf skirt steaks. The dire wolves near the river north of town are good to hunt. I wouldn't stray too far into the woods if I were you, though. Okay, and we'll actually learn how to make it. Cool.
Bless you.
Dusky crab cakes. We'll actually learn how to make both of these. I'll let you in on a little secret. Dusky crab cakes are really made from spider meat. I know it's a bit disgusting, but the cakes have a nice, tangy flavor that make great snacks. If you want to try some still, I'm afraid I'm out of meat. I need some lump meat to whip up a few more cakes. Venom web spiders are a good source. They nest to the north between the foothills and the river.
For the Alliance.
Okay, so it looks like we're getting pretty well fed here in Darkshire, inside of Duskwood. I think we also might have leveled up a level or two between episodes, just mainly from a lot of the traveling I've done. I think the only thing, at least on Retribution, I got was... I don't remember if we had Wake of Ashes last time. I should have probably watched the episode back before. But we also got the Rebuke, which actually is an interrupt for spellcasting, so that's definitely very useful. Looks like we have a mining trainer, blacksmithing, and we'll talk to Calor. There's a mushroom seller.
King's honor, friend.
Worgen in the woods. Darkness seems drawn inexorably to Duskwood. Master Caravan's request is the expulsion of evil and heresy. Though our efforts are the people of Darkshire kept safe. You believe yourself worthy to join us. Oh, we're going to join like a town guard here again? I once thought as you, disillusioned by the complacency of the Watch. I joined Master Caravan. If you wish to prove yourself, it will not be through words. Test your skills against the Nightbane Worgen in Brightwood Grove. We'll see if you have what it takes to hunt these monsters. Okay, so he actually used to be part of the Night Watch, and he broke off, it seems like. So, sounds like he doesn't like the Night Watch. It's kind of like the town guard here, it seems. Let's go ahead and pick up this flight point up here. Oh, and there's another quest, so we'll go ahead and grab that. From Tobias Mistmantle.
Ain't you a chipper-looking one?
The Legend of Stalvin. I'm here because I received a letter from my brother Stalvin, who I haven't seen in years. On arriving here, I was told he was dead. The entire town refuses to offer any further explanation. Any mention of his name is met with terror and suspicion. As if I didn't have enough of that myself. I'm afraid of what will happen if my frustration and anger grows. Oh, I don't know if well, we'll look at this in a second. I'm afraid what will happen if my frustration and anger grows any further. I beg you, help me get to the bottom of this. Implore Clerk Daltrey for any information he may have on my brother. Okay, we're looking for Miss Mantle's brother.
We are bound
Looks
by
like we got
common
a
enemy.
invitation for a guild. I'm not currently in a guild, so I might just join one just for any perks. Active players play a ton of PvP. I've never really done PvP too much. A little PvE. I don't know. I'll probably decline it for now. So let's see. We gotta ask some information from Stalvin. Actually, we're asking the clerk about it, not Stalvin.
Hello.
Can I help you? Yes, we're looking for information. You want to know about Stalvin? You're not the first, you know. We get outsiders coming through asking about him every so often. Always outsiders. Everyone who lives here knows better. You're out of luck anyway. I'm missing half the archives. Feral Worgen broke into the town hall a few nights ago and tore the place to shreds. The documents you'll want are probably strewn all across Brightwood Grove by now, deep in the woods to the west. Not worth it if you ask me.
See you around.
Well, it sounds worth it to me because I think we have to go over there anyway. So that should be fine. Let's go to the Worgen real quick, and then we'll go hunt some of these other beasts that we need for the chef. And then we can Hearthstone back anyway. Start taking these guys out. I feel kind of iffy about this since the Worgen are part of the Alliance, but I think these guys are like the feral ones that probably weren't helping. It's been a long time since I've done the... Oh, we got the bundle of letters right away. We'll read this in a second. Let's get to someplace safe real quick and read it. So we picked up a bunch of letters that we wanted. A splash bundle of letters, a stack of unsent mail. To the Honorable Headmaster Krillian. My former master, I write to you so that you might know what your apprentice has been doing of late. Paying heed to your advice, I sought to build my knowledge and wisdom through travel outside the gates of our beloved Stormwind. Sounds a bit like myself. I liked Stormwind, but I had to get out there and see the rest of the world as well. My journeys took me to many places, but I have decided to take up residence here in the lovely town of Moonbrook. The surrounding fields of Westfall are most beautiful as the harvest approaches. Okay, so Moonbrook is actually... Is that in Westfall? Yeah, so he's actually from the town... Or not from the town, but... he actually traveled to Moonbrook. It's nice. Within just a few days of my visit, I found myself tutoring the local children from the nearby farmlands. The lessons went so well that the town mayor commissioned me to run a school, and construction has begun on a brand new schoolhouse. From Silverpine to Stormwind and now Moonbrook. Who would have guessed I would see so much of Azeroth? Warm regards, Stalvin Mistmantle. Let's see, we got 2 more pages. Dear noble sir, word of your need for a tutor for your children has traveled to me here in Goldshire, where I take up temporary residence in the Lion's Bride Inn. Due to the unfortunate state of events in the region, I was forced to abandon my post as headmaster of the Moonbrook Schoolhouse. Please accept my application to serve as tutor of your offspring. Headmaster Krillian of the Academy can speak to you of any of my abilities if necessary. I shall travel to meet you in person when the winter rains subside and the roads are suitable for travel once again. Until then, Stalvin Mistmantle of Silverpine. Okay, so he was in Silverpine and he kind of opened up a tutoring in Moonbrook, it sounds like. And then he was actually traveling quite a bit further to continue tutoring, which is nice. That sounds nice. But he's from Silverpine, and if we don't know about Silverpine, there's a lot of it's pretty close to Gilneas, where all the Worgens end up coming, so I'm wondering if something related to the Worgens got to him. Okay, so I think we got all the druids we need, so we'll try to sneak past the rest of these and get to the wolves, the spiders, and yeah, I think it's just those. So let's go ahead and collect some food for the chef. Got a little bit of help from a fellow hunter out in the woods. By fellow hunter, I mean also somebody that's hunting these. I am not a hunter, I am a paladin. That is what I am. I'm sure of it. It's what I spent a lot of time training for. So that kind of brings me on to kind of some of my ideas of what I want the backstory to be of this character. I'm still working on it. Oh, that was good. Thank you. I think this guy actually brought over the wolf so that I could get credit for it. That's nice. Kind of do the same. I don't know if they still lead the wolves. Where they are. But anyway, I'm still kind of working on the backstory in the background, but I think, yeah, there you go. Still needed the completion of it. I think it's something I'm not like actively trying to do anything with currently, but I don't know. I think it's always kind of nice to have some sort of backstory to your character, if that's something you're interested in. For me, I think it gives me a little bit more, I'd say motivation. I guess it makes me feel more attached to my character if I have kind of a backstory that goes along. So right now, I think like very roughly, I'm obviously a paladin. Or well, I was going to say I'm obviously a human that's become a paladin. Oh, yep. Yeah, I brought this over. Thank you. That's very nice. A human who has studied for a bit to become a paladin. And there's certain motivations behind that. I think it's good to have motivations for your character, not that you're just randomly a paladin. And again, this is all if that's something that interests you. If like role-playing or having a backstory is not something that interests you, then obviously it doesn't mean much. You don't have to have a backstory. But I'm thinking human that kind of grew up. I'm thinking around Stormwind. I think that's pretty normal. I think from a young age, Elyazar was maybe in a situation that he was saved by another paladin. So at this point, he wasn't a paladin. He had no intentions of becoming a paladin, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it heard stories about them, but wasn't really overly indulged in their kind of lore lies. But after this situation happened, where his life, or potentially some part of his life, I don't know if he was like going to die without help. Some part of his life, he just needed help, and a paladin came and kind of provided assistance or rescued him. And that's kind of where I would say his spark for wanting to learn to not even become a paladin at first, but kind of study and become a little bit more skilled in the world. So again, I don't know what like year this would be in his age. So we said Elyazar is probably like a 23-year-old. I don't know if that's realistic for a paladin. I'm also willing to do research and hear advice on it as well, because role playing and doing a backstory is something I've never really done too in depth, but I want to do more on this character. But at some age, the paladin kind of came along, served kind of as a role model, but the thing is, the paladin didn't stay around for long. He helped the boy Elyazar get him back to his home, and then we've never seen him again. So it's something he wasn't like walking around Stormwind more or anything like that. Well, let's turn in these quests real quick and we'll get back to it. Kalor. Yes, we've taken out a bunch of Worgen. Impressive, Elyazar. It would seem that you are capable enough to handle yourself. Perhaps a more suitable challenge could be found for one of your abilities.
Go with honor, friend.
The Worgen infestation stretches further than Brightwood Grove. To the south, on the very edges of Darkshire itself, the Rotting Orchard is host to even more of the savage beasts. The Worgen there are more cunning, Elyazar, but just as savage and evil. They conjure foul shadows to tear their enemies apart from a distance. Go to the Rotting Orchard and slay the Shadow Weavers to keep the town safe.
For the Alliance.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. Let's report back. Let's talk to the clerk about the information we found.
How are you?
Look, sir, I really don't want any trouble. Oh, we found some
Safe
letters, though.
travels.
By the light, you actually went and got it? I'm shocked. I suppose I owe you your thanks for returning it to the archives.
Have a good one.
If you're that serious about this, I'll help you, Elyazar. I know where the other documents must be. I'm just too terrified to do anything about it. There's only a few places that those horrible Nightbane beasts would gather when they're not prowling the forest. One of them's the Rotting Orchard to the south. They use the buildings there as their dens, so if they haven't just eaten the other documents, you might find them there. But you'll have to search their lairs thoroughly, I wager.
See you around.
Okay, well, we're already heading over there, so we'll go ahead and give it a look. Looks like we got a librarian's cloak, which we'll go ahead and equip. It looks like a decent upgrade.
Well met.
Don't go thinking that was too easy. Far greater dangers lurk deeper in the woods, so this was taking out the wolves. Oh, we'll take these Night Watch boots, and we can We got a flash bundle. Calls down a pillar of fire, burning all enemies within the area for 1 fire damage and an additional 4 over 8 seconds. I don't know if that's really strong in our level, but we'll go ahead and use
Safe
it.
travels.
Oh, she has some text up here too. At ease, Paladin. If you're just passing through, though, I suggest you stick to the roads and only travel by day. If your business is here in Darkshire, consider lending your abilities to the Night Watch. Our skill is unquestionable, but our numbers are small.
Farewell.
The Hermit. I've been told there's signs of activity at Beggar's Haunt. People have responded seeing lights in the tower to the east of town. Few would be bold enough to stay that close to the Deadwind Pass. You're the first to report since I've learned about this. Go check it out, and make sure whatever is in there is human.
Be careful.
Okay, we'll go give it a look. The Night Watch. I'm afraid you're all I've got to help here. Yeah, Elyazar. That sounded kind of weird when I was saying it. Stormwind's forces are so taxed by greater evils that they can't spare a single footman to protect Darkshire. It's up to me and the rest of the Night Watch to keep our homes safe. Oh, and me. I'm here to help. There's more threats that are just here than just wolves, unfortunately. Rotting horrors from roam near Blind Mary's haunt on the southeast outskirts. If they're not kept in check, they'll be visiting our homes in the night. Deal with the undead and report back to me for your bounty.
Safe travels.
Okay, so we gotta check on the undead, and let's go talk to the chef. We got a bunch of food for him. Let's go ahead and put our boots on. Is the theme for this zone going to be red? Red-green, maybe? Okay,
Light be with
Chef Gruel. Seasoned steak, seasoned wolf kebabs.
Light bless you.
Were you able to find 5 wolf skirt steaks yet? Yes, we did.
Be careful.
The skirt steak's the best part. It's not an efficient way to cook, though. Here, have this recipe. It's a little different, but flank meat's easier to come by when you really need a meal.
Light
Well,
bless
thanks. Hey, Elyazar. Did you get that lump meat for me? I did?
you. Go with honor, friend.
Ah, yes, a nice lump you have there. Thank you. Let me just get this seasoned with my secret spices. No looking. Okay, we'll turn around. And get them on skittering on a skillet for a while. And although dusty crab cakes are my speciality, I won't give out the recipe. Here's the recipe for a dish that's almost as good. Aw, man, we didn't get this. What, wait, the dusty crab cakes. Oh, we got the gooey spider cake. Nice. Strength and versatility. Okay, well, we'll take it. Let's see, is there any cooking I can do while I'm here? I don't know if I have. Yeah, I'm gonna cook some stuff up real quick, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, maybe buy some fresh water. Let me cook that up real quick. Okay, we did a bunch of cooking, and we got up 1 level. Looks like we can't learn these other recipes yet, but that should be fine. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can sharpen our sword again. Part of blacksmithing is I have these sharpening stones. Again, not really probably too beneficial this low of level, but makes good kind of roleplay. Keeps us in character for it. Looks like we have another quest up here, actually, while we go check out this tower. Victory Prism Antris.
Need help?
Interesting. Looking to the stars. My gnomish friend, I thought he was calling me a gnome. Nope, that's not me. My gnomish friend Cog has promised to help me build a device that will let me peer towards the stars. Like a telescope. According to Cog's blueprint, what I first need is a way to reflect light. I remember a woman by the name of Mary who became well known around these parts for always carrying a looking glass. Perhaps you can track Mary down and see if she might lend us a reflective surface for this project. I believe she once resided in southern Duskwood. Well, that kind of sounds disturbing because I think we just heard of a place called Mary's Haunt, so we'll have to go check that out. Hopefully Mary's okay. Abercrombie. Is that like a reference to the store?
Good day to you.
Ah, welcome, stranger. I'd offer you something, but there's not much here. Could I beg you to run some errands for a poor old hermit? Is that... We've come up here to run errands. That's what we're doing. Okay. Oh, what is a poor man to do? A poor old man to do. I need some supplies from Darkshire, but the village is so far away, and I'm so old and feeble, I would never make the trip. Can you go to Darkshire and bring me back some ghost hair thread? You can get it from Madame Ava at her home on the Darkshire Square.
Have a good one.
Okay, well, let's go grab some of this after I grab this iron, if it's accessible. What was that? Do you guys see that? There's some sort of animal in the bushes. That's really creepy. I was wondering if I walked into it if something would happen. Okay. Well. Okay, I don't wanna stay around here. Is that happening in a lot of different bushes? That's actually pretty creepy. So the mining and blacksmithing is actually also built into kind of the character I want to create around here. Oh, a fellow paladin. So after we met that paladin that actually saved our lives a little bit as a young boy, still don't know what the age is. We took up, well, let me get this real quick. Ghost hair thread is what you need, is it? I'm afraid I have none in stock, but I can make you some if you supply the ghost hair.
Go with honor.
There is a poor, sad spirit, Blind Mary, who haunts the old farmhouse in the hills north of Darkshire. Is that the Mary we're going to find with the reflective piece? Here, take this spectral comb and ask Blind Mary to comb her hair. Then bring back the comb and I will glean it from the ghost hair. I will glean from it the ghost hair I'll need for the thread. And take care, for dark things now lurk near that house. Bring the spectral comb to Blind Mary. Okay, we leveled up real quick. Quickly, what do we want to take? What are these ones? Call upon the light. To begin a crusade, increasing haste, each holy power. Does that replace Avenging Wrath? I think both of these rephrase this. This would add a thing. Call upon the light to become an avatar of retribution, increasing your critical strike chance by 20% for 20 seconds. And that combines with other Avenging Wrath abilities. So Avenging Wrath gives us increased damage and healing by 20%. This would also increase critical strike chance. Oh, I'll take that one. Yeah, critical strike chance. You can see I added it to the tooltip. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to... I think this is Mary's haunt down here. Yeah, because I think this is where we're getting the reflective piece and the hair. But anyway, once we saw the paladin, I think a big thing that I want to see about the paladins, and I'll definitely go as we keep going with blacksmithing and stuff, is that paladins wear really thick, heavy plate armor. And that's kind of what I wanted to play off of. So when that paladin was around us and saved us, probably the first noticeable thing was that he had really thick, big plate armor, big sword, mace, whatever he had. And that's one of the things I definitely want to focus on. I want to look really beefy as a human paladin. I think that's something that can be done pretty well. But that's also something that, as a young Elyazar, we saw on the paladin. Obviously, it's very noticeable. I mean, you just feel safe behind somebody that has huge plate armor. For that, let's talk to Mary. Oh, Blind Mary is a ghost. Does she have anything reflective in here?
What
No.
do you require?
Ghost hair thread.
Dark lady, watch over.
Oh, please don't look at me. I tore out these eyes with my own hands. Well, you look like you kind of still have eyes, but I guess you're blind, so you might not. But I can still feel your gaze. I'm hideous, hideous. Please look away. Okay, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'll look away.
Beware.
What is this? A comb. It's lovely. And it glides through my hair as if it weren't the stiff, stringy horror that it is. Oh, if only I had a mirror.
Beware.
No.
Enemy
Take it.
found.
Take this comb away from me. I'm a monster, and no one will ever think me lovely again.
Victory.
Okay, I think we got the hair we needed. Okay, and we need the reflective piece. Is that going to be on her necklace? She doesn't have a mirror or anything. Why, yes, I used to own a looking glass.
Remember.
The looking glass was one of my finest treasures until the incident. After that happened, I discarded it behind the barn. There was an insane ghoul who used to roam back there. Perhaps he picked it up. Rumor has it the devilish beast resides in the Tranquil Garden Cemetery.
Our time.
Okay, so we gotta get that from him. But anyway, big plate armor. I think that's something that Elyazar from a young age would have seen. And that's actually what drove him to, in Stormwind, become start studying as an apprentice for a blacksmith. Being that young, he was doing kind of the odd jobs, so he wasn't like making all the armor. Obviously, he's apprenticing underneath the main blacksmith. Got a nice vest. So that's also why we kind of have mining. So a lot of the jobs he had when he was younger was actually getting materials for him for the blacksmith. And this is something we can flesh out more as we go along, but that's definitely one of the reasons that he is a blacksmith and a miner currently. So that's kind of how the professions tie in, which I think is pretty good to have the professions tie in. We also see that, well, I mean, obviously Elyazar is a paladin. Let's see, is there any quest or anything to kill these other parts of it? Is there anything near the road, maybe? Okay, no, I thought there used to be a quest over here that would have you kill some of these spiders and some of the people that are inside this, or well, some of the undead that are inside of this Tranquil Gardens cemetery area, but maybe that was removed at some point, or maybe I'm just forgetting things. But anyway, so from a young age, still don't know when, kind of just doing rough estimates. He started working as a blacksmithing apprentice. I don't know how long this went on for currently, because I don't have any ages put in place, just kind of an outline. But from that experience, part of the things that he did with the blacksmith was creating tools and armor and even weapons for some of the Stormwind guard. Some of the military, there were some orders out. And this kind of gave him a first look into what could actually be possible. Oh, we're stunned. Because obviously, as somebody who's supplying these sorts of things, he has experience working with them, and maybe he saw some value in talking with these individuals, and maybe he just like how they acted, or I think the main part I want to go for is he enjoyed how it felt that kind of the feeling that people got when they were protecting somebody. I think that's really important for Elyazar because with his experience with the paladin, I don't think we'll ever have a name for the paladin that protected him, or if we'll ever meet him again. Could be, but currently no. One of the big things is he felt protected, and that's something that really drew him to the paladin kind of mindset, the paladin code, and like in his young mind, working as this blacksmithing apprentice, maybe he wasn't looking for paladin specifically, because at this point I don't think maybe he didn't have too much of experience with having faith in the light and all this kind of stuff, but from a young age he knew he wanted to protect people, whether that be a warrior or maybe just, I don't know, a regular guard in Stormwind's military. He wanted to do something more than just blacksmithing and just providing armor and weapons. It was a good job and a good experience to work with these people, but Elyazar, I feel like he wanted to do more with his life than just that. And so at some point, I don't know what the technical age is that you have to be to join the Stormwind military. Up until that point, maybe there was some training or just some interest from his side, and maybe we could incorporate some training from maybe even the blacksmith helped him train, since he was delivering weapons and stuff to people. He actually knew some people that could help him train. But regardless of who, he kind of gained this experience in some form of martial combat. I wouldn't say terribly much. This is before he joined the Stormwind military and tried out for the military. Whatever it is, I'll have to look into that. but he had some knowledge of some fighting skills. Let's see, why are we actually in this barn? There's something in here. We're looking for the torn journal, I think, is what we're currently doing. Yes, I can see it right here. Let's see. Is there... Can we read this? Most of it's been ripped to shreds. Let's get to a safe spot in a second. Oh, there's lots of ore around here. Let's just go ahead and read it now. Giles, the boy seems a bit rambunctious and will... Okay, so this is kind of further, so he was actually teaching kids and whatnot. Giles, the boy, seems a bit rambunctious and will be a challenge to educate. However, the elder daughter, Tiloa, seems exceptionally smart. I couldn't help but notice her captivating beauty as well. She's on the cusp of womanhood now. Okay. Sounded good at the beginning, but this is kind of getting weird. Supposedly, the Lord has arranged her marriage for next year. But I digress. This week, I will accompany the family to the summer cottage near the Eastville logging camp in Elwyn. Yeah, we've been there. Close to the Red Ridge Mountains. I hope to write more while there. Most strange and uncontrollable feeling. Never have I felt the way I did today. Whilst assisting Giles with his history lesson, Tiloa was outside tending to the flower garden. After a few minutes, she came inside and placed a scarlet begonia in my open palm and smiled at me in such a way that my heart felt as though it was trembling within my chest. Okay, I don't really know how old this person is, or if it sounds kind of weird for him to be liking this girl. It made it sound like she was pretty young, but I mean, I guess she could be older. I don't know what age he is, so I won't make any calls. We'll collect a bit more of this ore, probably. I think we're kind of getting off track from where we need to be, though. But anyway, so probably age... I mean, I'm just going to say 18. I don't know when you can enlist in Stormwind's military. With some experience, he has a little bit. He wants to join the military. I think at this point, being a blacksmith's assistant for a while, being motivated and learning with other people, he has a pretty good shot at this. I don't think becoming part of the Stormwind military almost felt natural to the people around him. They could see how much he enjoyed working with the military, how much it meant to him, and while not too many people know the backstory with the Paladin saving his life, those that do definitely could see that it inspired him. Some of them, I'm sure, felt overjoyed that they're somebody that they knew had ambitions to maybe not become a Paladin, but wanted to protect people. That's pretty noble. But maybe some other people were worried because it's kind of a dangerous path to take in life, you know? I mean, being an adventurer of any kind is kind of dangerous, so definitely want to be careful. Oh, looks like we have a lot of people here. Let's take these guys out. Oh, well, we had the other guy, but he fell off, it looks like. But yeah, being an adventurer is kind of dangerous. So some people were happy, some people maybe were a little bit apprehensive. But Elyazar, he was all for it. He knew he wanted to be part of the Stormwind military and the guard. He wanted to protect people and do what he could. So this was something that was important to him. Okay, back in Darkshire, let's talk to Kalor. We took out more of those Worgans. You performed well against the Shadow Weavers, Elyazar. But even now, years after their first arrival, there seem to be so many to replace the ones we kill. I will put my faith in Master Caravan. No doubt we will get to the bottom of this problem.
Be careful.
Your previous accomplishments have convinced me that you are ready to take on the toughest Worgen infesting the woods. Of the Worgen that have made their new home here, the Vile Fangs and the Tainted Ones have proven the most dangerous. They've settled down near some of the caves and in the mine to the south. From far away you can even see the light from their bonfires. Okay, so we have to kill 8 of each of those clan. Okay, let's talk to the clerk. We found some more information. You're back in one piece, I see.
See you later.
This was all you found? It's bad news, I'm afraid.
Safe travels.
This isn't all of it. You should let it go, Elyazar. The only place left to look is Roland's Doom. That's the mine south of town, and the largest layer of Worgen in Duskwood. Oh, well, actually, we're headed over there, so might not be a bad idea. Nobody in Darkshire has ever made it back from that place alive. In fact, some of the records I have here imply that's where the monsters first came from. Who knows what evil's lurking in there? Please, Elyazar, just give up. Let's just forget about this whole thing and never speak of it again. Okay, well, looks like we're going back and seeing what we can find out. Let's talk to Commander Althea Ebenlock
Hey there.
about this. Splendid, Elyazar. For your service to the people of Darkshire, you shall be rewarded.
See you around.
Bones that walk. Oh, is this? I think this is the quest that had me take out some of the people that were over there as well. There's even fouler undead left to deal with, Elyazar. Tranquil Garden Cemetery, yep, exactly where we just were. Further south of town is a place you don't want to be caught in at night. The bones that rise from the ground there are cunning enough to remember how to swing an axe or cast a spell. I shouldn't need to explain how dangerous that makes them. Proceed with caution. But remember the people of Darkshire that will suffer if you falter. Okay, let's do that real quick, and well, let's take out. I guess we'll be kind of over there, so let's just talk to the people we want to anyway. This was returning that piece of hair.
King's honor.
I sense that you have seen Blind Mary. You have my comb.
Light bless you.
I can make a spool of ghost hair thread with this, and have a few strands to spare. Here are some coins for those extra strands.
Safe travels.
Here's your thread, Elyazar. It has a 1,000 uses, from binding evil spirits to sewing life into inanimate objects. That's odd that the beggar would need something like that. But okay. Let's go talk to the Insane Ghoul. I think this was the reflective piece of glass that we got from this guy. There's poison supplies over here.
What can I do for you?
Simple dagger.
Have a good one.
Let's talk
Light
to
be
him.
with you.
I showed Cog the beginnings of our star viewing machine. He was impressed. Did you happen to find a reflective device?
For the Alliance.
Most superb. This will work perfectly. Many thanks.
Be careful.
Now there is just one more item I needed to complete this device. Cog's blueprint calls for a lens of some sort. The only lens I know of that would be large enough to, will be very difficult to acquire. There's an ogre by the name of, oh geez, Zarkvul, who resides in the mound in southern Duskwood. If you can, bring to me his monocle, and I will use that as our
Go with
lens.
honor, friend.
Okay. Oh, that's really far down. Okay. We might not get to that this episode, but yeah, we'll see. I think we'll deliver this thread and then go take care of these quests and then come back and probably call it an episode. Maybe get sent over this. I want to do a little bit of longer episodes. I don't know how long this one will end up being.
You need something?
I need to string the ghost hair thread along my door and my windows to keep out unwanted spirits. Did you get it for me? Oh, I guess that's what you wanted it for.
See you around.
Delightful. This will do splendidly. Here, good Elyazar, take this as payment for your honorable deed.
See you later.
Oh, he needs more stuff. I need a bottle of a certain liqueur. Zombie juice. Tavern Keep Smith's at the Scarlet Raven Tavern in Darkshire should have some. And please hurry, Elyazar. These nights get cold, and I need that drink to put fire in my veins again.
Have a good one.
Okay, interesting. We got some plate gloves. Nice, they match my boots now. I think let's ignore the zombie juice and let's talk to him because he might need to have us go get some probably. I'm not really sure. It's been a long time since I played through Duskwood. You need some zombie juice, do you? It's quite some strong stuff. I don't usually get requests for it.
See you later.
Yep, look at that. If you bring me some rot blossoms, then I can brew you up a batch of zombie juice. Rot blossoms grow in strange places. They tend to flourish on dead things, and Duskwood has its fair share of those. I've seen a few of them growing at Tranquil Garden Cemetery lately. Check near the graves, but mind the dead that are walking about near there. Okay.
See you around.
So, let's head over here and do some of this stuff. But one of the things I was kind of asking, since we have some, it seems like we have some people that are actually enjoying the playthrough, and I'm very thankful for that. This is mainly just because I thought it'd be fun to post these kinds of things, but I'm glad some people are actually enjoying it. I think that's really cool. This is the kind of thing like I would love to just like put on while I'm doing stuff in the background. So if you guys do watch normally, let me know how you do that in the comments. I think like mainly for me it would be a thing that I kind of put on in the background, maybe even when I'm playing WoW, and I'm very grateful you guys actually enjoy it enough to watch it. That's really cool. So let me know any advice or anything you'd like to see. But yeah, let me know how you guys watch these videos, or if you just listen to them in the background. It's really cool. Thanks. But one of the things I was also kind of going to ask is, so we're getting close to level 30. Level 30 currently is when you can unlock the possibility to buy flying from a mount trainer. I'm debating on whether or not, like I'll probably learn it just because it can be useful when I'm going around to wars and stuff. But I'm thinking as I level through the zones, I don't really want to use flying unless it was like intended. For example, like some of the Northrend zones, you kind of need flying to get around effectively, but for a lot of other zones, I think they were kind of designed to be taken on the ground. So let me know what you guys think. I think personally I'd like to, where I can, kind of stay grounded and experience it the way normally you would have, because you wouldn't normally have had flying at this point, especially in classic WoW. Flying wasn't a thing until the Burning Crusade expansion, and even in Burning Crusade I don't know at what point during the expansion people got flying, so even for Burning Crusade I'll probably stay on the ground for a good portion of it, except for maybe some certain zones. But oh, I think I got like one shot by this. But let me know what you guys think. I'd be interested to know. I mean, most of any running around can be pretty much cut out of these episodes, or if I'm spending time talking, I'll keep it in anyway. But let me know what your opinions are, or how you guys like to play it. Makes things a lot quicker, I can tell you that, but I'm thinking of staying on the ground, so yep, just leave your opinion down there. I love this Dark Iron Dwarf rogue. It's really good as a rogue. I've been wondering what I want to make. I just unlocked Dark Iron Dwarfs on one of my other characters. I was able to do the achievements and whatnot. Yep, so there we go, actually, level 30, flying. We'll go ahead and hide that for now, and we'll spend talents in a little bit. But I've been wanting to start Dark Iron Dwarf. I just don't know what, I would like to do him as a warrior, but I kind of already have a warrior, so I don't know if I want to do that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get these guys real quick, and we'll turn these in. Looks like some of these guys. Oh my gosh, I got transformed into a worgen. Armor reduced, casting speed increased, and range attack. Oh, interesting. Anyway, I was saying some of these guys are so busy fighting one another, they're not even fighting me, but I guess I'm one of them now. That's interesting. I don't know if that makes sense lore-wise. I feel like I would just be a worgen at that point. But we'll just keep going, taking these guys out, collecting some ore. Okay, Tavern Keep Smiths. We got that those blossoms you wanted. Hey, Elyazar, do you have those rot blossoms for me yet?
For the Alliance.
Good, you got the blossoms. I'll whip up the zombie juice. It's strong stuff, I warn you.
Have a good one.
Here's your zombie juice, and be careful with this stuff. It's strong enough to raise the dead.
Be careful.
Okay. This guy seems a little sus to me, the
Hello.
little beggar on the hermit on the hill. The people of Darkshire thank you, Elyazar. You have proven yourself to be a grateful ally of the Night Watch.
Be careful.
You're welcome. Let's actually pick another talent. We actually got a lot of stuff. I'm thinking the Blessing of Protection. So this, granting immunity to physical damage and harmful effects for 10 seconds. 5-minute cooldown, we get Forbearance. So Forbearance is what causes us not to be able to cast other spells. So, for example, once we have Forbearance, we can't use Blessing of Protection, Divine Shield, or the Lay on Hands. They all cause Forbearance because they're really powerful spells. So, I think I'm going to go for this. This is just another kind of immunity for us. Yeah, which is pretty good. I think it's a lot like Divine Shield, to be honest. It's just specifically for physical and harmful effects. It seems like a lot. I'll have to test around with that. It seems like
Hey there.
pretty much almost everything Divine Shield does except for magic. Let's read these muddy journal pages too. Most certain that she shares the same feelings for me now. She's even placed her hand on mine this morning. When she smiles, her eyes light up like glittering diamonds. Unspoken words pass between us. I can feel her in my pounding heart and heated veins. Anger and fury, the likes of which I never knew existed. How dare she? As I was instructing Giles in the meaning of numbers, Tilloa appears before me with a suitor, holding hands in public nonetheless. What an uncouth young man. Rather than introduce me properly, Tula simply said, "Oh, that's just my tutor, Uncle Stalvin. He's a nice old man." Old? At that word, my cheeks flushed with heat. I am but a few years older, and yet she betrays. Oh, that's mean.
You need something?
I told you, Elyazar, it's not worth pursuing. But we have
See
it.
you around.
You actually went and got it? I don't know whether to call you brave or insane, but once again, my archives thank you. Nice
Safe
pair
travels.
of leggings. Or, not leggings, leg guards. The fate of Stalvin Mistmantle. You've uncovered everything. Everything except the last page, which I've got right here. Don't look at me like that. You'll understand when you read it. Some even say it's cursed, you know. In fact, I was relieved when the Worgen broke in and made off with these. Take it. Take all of it, in fact. I thank you for recovering my archives, but I don't want anything to do with this ever again. Please, just leave me be.
Have a good one.
Okay, we got the full thing. Let's put on these pants. Which, I mean, I guess they match with the other stuff we've gotten. We also got a new two-handed weapon. Oh, I just took off the sharpening. While we're there, a big axe. Let's go ahead and equip that. Nice. I'm more of a sword man myself, but I could like a big axe. Definitely have to clean some of our bags up. And we also got a new shield we can try on when we get to that. I think we can wear shields as... Yes, as a ret paladin. Nice. That looks nice. So we have the battle axe and the shield appearances. I think this is better than the old shield. Oh yeah, look at that. That's our old shield that we were using, so we'll definitely keep that. Okay, so we just have one more that we need to talk to, which is
Need help?
Kaldor. Elyazar, to be honest with you, I did not believe you would get this far. But you are certainly a paladin to be reckoned with. In fact, if you wish to formally join Master Caravan's struggle, I will gladly write for you a letter of recommendation. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, thank you.
Light bless you.
Here you go, Elyazar. Bring this message to Master Caravan. He quickly removes a piece of faded parchment and offers it to you. A few more like you, and we will outnumber the Night Watch. Perhaps then we could complete the work that we few carry on today.
For the Alliance.
We have a full inventory, so we cannot actually get that letter, so we'll just toss something out for now.
King's honor, friend.
Oh, I didn't even see that we got a breastplate. Okay,
Be
so
careful.
We'll bring our note to him. Master Caravan, the bearer of this note, has shown himself to be an upstanding in the light, capable of battling the undead and demons that plague the borders of Duskwood, and willing to join the Caravan family in their cause of light. Lots of light talk. I like this as a paladin. I like the light. I would thereby suggest that you give this warrior of the light further duties, perhaps to investigate some of the townsfolk that are under suspicion of succor to the enemies of the light. Yours faithfully, Calor. He talks a lot about the light. Seems like we can talk to him as well.
You need something?
Yes, what is it? Make it quick. I have pressing matters to attend to.
See you later.
Excuse me for my cold reception, Elyazar, but as I am sure you can tell, I am an extremely busy man. He's been sitting at the fire this whole time. I don't think he's that busy. I see that you have impressed Calor, and I assure you that is no small feat, and that he has given his recommendation. There are unsavory types afoot, Elyazar, and we can use the help of all who have proven themselves. We battle against demons, the undead, and those who would provide them aid. Be vigilant, be wary, and trust no one who would not give aid to our cause. Glory under the light. This is like a secret band of,
For the Alliance.
like almost paladins, like people. Got a new, well, I can't even take this off to see it. Got a new chest plate though. Okay, so let's go talk to the state of Mistmantle. Oh, we didn't actually, whoops. We actually have to read the papers. Okay, the final page detailing Stalvin. Downward spiral of despair. First she mocks me and now she is engaged? The ungracious charlatan was pretending to love me when she truly desired me to hurt me all along. A black void lurks within me now, and it grows with each waking moment. The blood I shall spill pales in comparison to the tears I have shed. Oh. Seems like he became a murderer.
I got a bad feeling.
Yeah, me too. Did you find anything about my brother?
Watch your
Yes,
back.
unfortunately we found a lot. I can't thank you enough. I had hoped for this to be a joyous reunion, but the more I learned, the less glad I am to have asked. But I must know.
Let the light of the new moon guide you.
This can't be. My brother was strong-willed, but such vileness, such sickness and violence, bloody evil. Tobias brings a hand to his face, averting his gaze. I must have answers. I need to know how I got that letter. I need to know if Stalvin really did this. I need to know why. Take my ring, Elyazar. Bring it to Madme Ava. That woman is a follower of old arts and makes no secret of it. Call it madness, but I'll try anything at this point.
That's enough gabbing for me today.
Okay. So, let's go ahead and talk with this and find out more about the truth of Tobias and his brother Stalvin.